to Now You're Cooking, the fresh new cooking show for every taste.
Hi, Deborah here again.
And yours truly, Sunny Bling, and it's still Christmas time and we're still creating. How you doing? How you feeling today?
Yes, and recipe number 2 today. You ready for recipe number 2?
I'm very ready, my dear. Let them know what it is now.
Oh, yes, I remember. It's rustic quiche.
Right.
And we're doing 2.
Veggie.
And ham. It's Christmas time. We cannot leave out the ham.
All right. So, sugar, some of the ingredients we're using today, let me know now.
Flour. We have cold water here and salt and cooking pastry margarine. But the only reason we just have this is because we're going to do the pastry part of the quiche first.
All right, we're going to do the filling a little bit later, so we don't really want to confuse you.
We ain't going to confuse you with that yet.
Babes, we can't mention cooking just so you know. Yeah, strike up the band. Let's back cooking.
Okay.
1, 2,
Cooking
3.
Pastry margarine.
Cooking. Our breads and cakes are nicer. Our pastries are much better. Our pastries are more flakier.
Nice. Okay, I'll put it back now? All right, okay, good.
I have to take out just about 5 tablespoons and a oomph more, you know. So it's not really 6 tablespoons, right?
5 and a oomph.
5 and a oomph. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do, look at my marker that is indicated to the back of the brick, and there, just like that. Darling, for me, what you can do is preheat the oven to 450 for a minute.
You telling me what to do?
No, I'm asking you. That's exactly
Telling me what to do.
Once you catch on.
I'll do it.
Nice, that is woman. Nice one.
Okay, so I'm going to start by putting my flour in my bowl, followed by my salt.
And what I'm doing here right now, I'm trying to get my cooking into some nice cues because I really want to make it a little workable when I get it into the bowl, all right? Nice, man. Nice. So what we're going to do here is actually break down the cooking into the flour and the batter mixture, right? Now we're going to try and do the spirit fingers, all right? Give it a little bit of air, you know that kind of way? Yes, man, yes. Nice. So we're starting to look a little crummy, so give me a little bit of water. So
I am adding the cold water to the mixture.
Right, so only when it gets crummy, all right? And then you're going to draw for your fork and then you're going to start to really get into it, yeah? So what you're going to do here, basically, you're going to make it into a little ball, all right? And at this point in time, you usually take it out, you're going to wrap it in a little plastic wrap, and then you're going to pop it into the refrigerator for just about 30 minutes or so.
Now, while he is doing that, he is going to take it out. He's going to cut it in 2. Remember, we are doing 2. I am going to flour the table and the roll. Okay, and now our pastry is ready for our quiche dishes. All right, thank you.
Now you don't want to apply too much of pressure because you don't want it to tear inside the bowl. So now that you have your pastry in the bowl, you actually have to take your knife here now and cut it around the edges. Now make the lip look nice and decent. You don't want your mouth to look. So here's what we're going to do now. We're going to get a toothpick and you're going to try and
put a fork. You want to try a fork?
All that could work. Right. Something nice and sharp. All right, so you're going to put a few holes in there. All right, just going to poke a few holes in there.
And the sides.
This way, when you pop it into the oven, it doesn't really get that rise and fall. You're not looking for it to rise. You need to stay just the way it is. Now, as we finish with the holes now, we have to get ourselves a parchment paper.
Oh, thank you, sir.
All right, you're most welcome. And what we're going to do, we're going to roll our parchment paper in such a way that we get a flat base. So you're kind of closing it into itself, you know? Yeah, you get a nice closing. You're not really crumpling it up too much. And we're going to put that inside now. Gosh, get down inside of there now. Now when you get your parchment paper inside, you want to try and open it out a little bit. And this actually serves for 2 purposes. 1, you still don't get that super rise. And 2, it doesn't fall back in the inside, all right? So once your parchment paper is inside nice and firm, you're going to pop this in the oven for about 8 to 10 minutes. Then we're going to take it out, take the parchment paper out, and then put it back for another 2 to 3 minutes, all right?
And we'll reduce the temperature in the oven now to 375 degrees.
All right, I think 2 to 3 minutes should be done by now, you know. Let's get that out of the oven, man. All right. Nice, lovely. I love the color, man. That is the finish we're looking for right about now.
So we're going to prepare now the filling for the quiche. We have cheese, capers, milk, eggs, ham for me, olives, tomatoes, onions, salt and pepper, and of course, blue band margarine.
Nice, with all the added vitamins A, D, and E.
Right, so we're going to start to prepare. I'm going to start by chopping up the ham.
And I'm going to start by cutting up some tomatoes.
And now I'm going to do the egg and milk mixture for the quiche. So we're taking everything over to the stove.
That's right, time to crack the fire, baby. You're going to use just about 1.5 tablespoons of Blue Band margarine.
That's it? Okay, we're going to add the tomatoes now.
All right, so first of all, we're going to take some of the cheese and we're going to sprinkle it all over our veg, all right? Nice. So we're getting ready to assemble our quiches right now. I'm going to be doing the vegetables. And of course,
I'm doing ham.
All right.
Now for our milk and egg mixture.
Nice.
And we'll sprinkle a little salt and pepper just to end it.
And what we're going to do now is pop it right back in the oven at 375 for about 20 to 25 minutes. Then it will be all complete and there. Christmas is served, baby. Oh, look at that. Look at that. And you smelling this, girl? You smelling this thing, girl? Christmas is served here, you know?
Yes.
Hello.
Now you're cooking.
That's what we're talking about, man.
Okay, and remember, you can get your free recipe cards for this recipe and all the recipes you did in the Now You're Cooking series at your favorite supermarket.
And of course, as I said before, everyone has a smartphone and a tablet, so go online, www.knowyou'recooking.com. We must also say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you and your family, all right?
And remember, keep cooking, baking, and spreading with TNT's favorite margarines, Blue Band, Golden Ray, and Cookie. Now You're Cooking.